Islanders, we have an unfortunate story to share with you on the show today. A young child dies on board the Harmony of the Seas. We will share what happened and why we're sharing this story on the show today. We also have an update on the Carnival Vista, who's trying to get her maximum propulsion and her speeds fixed so that she can return to service in just a few days. And we're sharing news on a popular Carnival cruise director who now is leaving the position as cruise director for a bigger role. We all need some time in the islands. Let's go there now on Island Time. A big happy Wednesday to all you Islanders. We hope that you're having a good day. We are halfway through the week, and we are right here on Island Time. I am Derek. Let's drop our anchors and take some time to relax in the islands together. It is September the 11th, and I will pause, as I do every year, to take time and remember what exactly happened 23 years ago today. There are still friends and family who have the same emotions and the same hurt. It's as real and as raw as it was 23 years ago. And days like today, on this anniversary of 9/11, we pray for them. We share our thoughts for them, and we hope that they have the peace that passes all understanding close to them. I'll also point out once or twice a year this artifact that usually sits right here by the flag. This was a fundraiser by a fire department in New York City. It was an auction several years ago. There are some pieces, some remains here of 9/11, of the World Trade Center. Like I said, it usually sits right up here. In days like today, I take it, I look at it, and I remember what exactly happened that day. Where were you when the world stopped turning? That September day, we will never forget. And I will always share on that show. If you want to share where you were at, what you were doing, you can do that in the comments section below. Again, we're praying for all those impacted by those events 23 years ago today. They changed our world. Let's jump right into the cruise news. That's why we are here. We hope that you are a subscriber of this channel, that you come here day after day to get your cruise news, to see ship tours and vlogs. Many of you do so. If you're new to the channel, I want to welcome you here. We're going to discuss a story here today. I heard about this story several days ago. I was in no position to share this news, even though I was informed of what happened. I needed a little bit of time, and the story and the situation itself needed a little bit of time. And now the news is out. Everything is official, and it's on social media. And there may be some people who don't like that I share this story, but hopefully by the end of the story, you will see why I am sharing this story. I'm talking about the 12-year-old who passed away on Royal Caribbean's Harmony of the Seas. It was towards the end of the trip, the last night of the trip, as the ship was headed back to Galveston, Texas. The 12-year-old boy was on his balcony. It was said to be with friends that he had met on the trip. The boy went overboard. Of course, there's multiple reasons why he went overboard that are going around. I'm not going to get into that. I'm going to share that he did go over his balcony. It's an interior balcony overlooking Central Park. He landed in that Central Park area. Royal Caribbean's medical response team responded as quick as they could. They provided care and service as they could, but the 12-year-old eventually passed away from his injuries. We are praying for his family and friends. The family is said to be, they were on the cruise for a family birthday. They were celebrating family together, and this tragic event happened. We are praying for you. I have no clue who this family is, but the hearts and prayers of the Island Time community go out to you during this difficult time, the days and the months ahead. Royal Caribbean has shared a response to this to media outlets, and this is what they have said. We are deeply saddened to confirm the death of one of our guests. Our care team is providing support and assistance to the guest family during the difficult time. For the privacy of the guest and their family, we have no additional details to share. The ship made it back over the weekend. The ship was delayed. There were several upset and frustrated passengers. I wanted to share with these passengers why they're being delayed. An investigation took place when the ship got back to Galveston. and there was a delayed embarkation time for the next cruise. Hopefully now the passengers know the story. They're not as upset as what they once were. But I wanted to share this story for multiple reasons. Number one, to share that our thoughts and our prayers are going out to the family. We're genuine in that. And number two, I have little kids. My kids are young. We know that in a moment's instance, they can be right there and be away from you like in 3 seconds, in 1 second. And it's so vital that as we cruise with our kids, our grandkids, that we do keep an eye on them. We never think the worst is going to happen. We think everything's going to be okay. We trust their judgment, but there are things that happen here in a matter of an instant that can happen. And I share the story only to remind all of us to look after each other, to take care of one another. Remind those that you're cruising with who have young kids some precautions. Yes, the rails are high. We know that. I've seen the comment so many times. How does this happen? Yes, the rails are high, but yes, kids climb as well. Climb on tables and climb on lounge chairs, and things happen. Watch out for each other and warn those who are traveling with kids that things can happen even in a million years. If you think it would never happen, it can happen. Again, we're praying for that family. I wanted to share that news and to remind all of us to watch out for those kiddos as well. I want to move on here to an update regarding the Carnival Vista. The Vista, of course, has seen maximum cruising speed issues for several weeks. Carnival Cruise Line has done everything they did everything they could while the ship was still in commission and sailing. They changed itineraries and things like that, which passengers got upset. Carnival Cruise Line eventually said, you know what, we need to pull the ship. We need to cancel a cruise. We need to fix this. And that is exactly what is going on right now. The Carnival Vista is set to cruise in just a few days, not too far. September the 15th. Not too long, right? 4 days. She's supposed to sail from Port Canaveral, and the good news is she's already in Port Canaveral. These repairs are taking place in Port Canaveral. If you wanted to see the Vista, you could log on, search Port Canaveral webcam. You will see the Vista sitting there. There is an update today, though, from Carnival's Chief Communication Officer, an update on the Carnival Vista, and here's the update. I'm trying not too much to read between the lines. I'm trying to take the update word for word, but the update to me is it's positive, but not as positive as it could be. Here's the update. Our engineers are now hard at work to resolve the issue that is limiting Carnival Vista's cruising speed. The team is making good progress with the work, and I have no reason to think that the ship will not be back in service for its September 15th voyage. Again, positive, right? I have no reason to think that the ship won't be back. It wasn't a full commitment. We've identified the problem. We have the parts in place. We have the tools. This is going to be fixed by September the 15th. It wasn't that assertive. It was, I have no reason to think the ship won't be back. So we hope the ship will be back. There are thousands of people who are watching this that are supposed to be on that September 15th sailing, hoping, getting ready to even travel to Port Canaveral to sail on board the Vista. We hope she is fixed. If it's not the 15th, they'll have to cancel another cruise, but there's nothing right now that shows that. So great update from the Carnival Vista. We'll see if she comes back in time. The first sailing back, I think, is a 6-day itinerary. It's a shorter cruise, which will help. And time will tell if finally these issues with the Carnival Vista will be fixed. They go back years and years. This is multiple times that this has happened. We'll see what happens. If you had a cruise booked in 4 days on the Carnival Vista, you're getting ready to fly across the country, would you keep that cruise or would you find something else? Let us know what you think in the comments section below as we move on here to a big congratulations to one of our friends and one of Carnival Cruise Line's most loved employees, not just cruise directors, but employees. Lee Mason announced yesterday his big news. After being and winning so many different awards and being the cruise director on the inaugural season of the Carnival celebration, Lee Mason said, you know what? I enjoy what I'm doing, but I'm going to do something different. He's moving on to Fleet Cruise Director. Well, Lee will take his energy and skills and experience and knowledge and mentor and train and travel across the fleet equipping new cruise directors with the same energy and skill set that they need to be successful. There are a lot of people who are happy for Lee. There's a lot of people too that are upset because they enjoy cruising with Lee. We have to remember that Lee is one person. We enjoy cruising with him, of course, but now he's going to be able to invest in many other people who hopefully can provide a similar cruise experience to us. We're excited for Lee. Lee is a mentor. He is already a leader. He has a great social media following. He's as genuine as they come. In 2023, he was Carnival Cruise Line's Cruise Director of the Year. He was also the Ambassador of the Year for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Of course, that partnership that Carnival has and that Lee has personally with St. Jude's. He's taken the place of Chris Williams, who left in August. And he's worked on many ships in the fleet. I was trying to remember some. Of course, the Celebration comes to mind. He's on the Venezia right now, the Valor, the Glory, Mardi Gras. There are several others, but the timing is not exactly clear yet of when this is going to take place. Right now, Lee is on the Venezia. He's supposed to be there until January of 2025. I don't think he'll finish that contract, but I don't know. I know that Lee will share news with us as he finds out more in the weeks and months ahead, but we are so proud of Lee, and you will see him on cruise ships. Lee, with his social media following and his presence, I'm sure will share kind of where he's going once he starts this new role, and will share, I will be on this ship on this date, this ship on this date, and we'll be able to see him. But he will join Mike Pack, Donkey, and others who are doing this job as well. Carnival needs this job. They're building new ships, of course, 27 ships right now, plus ship coming in 2027, another XL class ship coming, and then a whole new class of larger ships. Carnival needs this position. They need to develop cruise directors, and that's exactly what Lee will be working on. Have you cruised with Lee? Let us know in the comment section below your experience. I know it was a positive one. We can't wait to see what you have to say. Islanders, that is the cruise news for today. We hope that you enjoyed the show. If you made it this far in the show, go ahead and like the video. That helps us out tremendously, and it helps put this video in front of other people who are looking for cruise news in a cruise community just like this. We can't wait to see your thoughts, your opinions, where you were at on that September day in the comments section below. We'll see you there on our Facebook page and tomorrow right here on Island Time.